Hello and welcome to my vinyl attic, also known as the Fifth Lennon Sister. Please subscribe and throw down a like. It's what Kirkland Lake and its no way they're dangerous old uranium mines would have wanted. Today is an entry for Mike at MGK Boston's Push to a Trillion Subscribers contest. As we all know, should he manage to reach this lofty goal, Mike would be raking in an unprecedented $8.37 a month in YouTube revenue. No wonder he can afford to throw those swanky barbecues every summer. There is also some controversy about this channel as MGK Boston is actually residing in Buffalo, but this is totally understandable. They are practically the same city, and here are some startling examples of these two mirror metropolises. Try saying that 3 times. Both Boston and Buffalo begin with the letter B, and neither ends in the letter R. This is getting quite spooky. And what's more, neither town has ever been saved from an evil genius by this man. Boston has Aerosmith. Buffalo has the Goo Goo Dolls. Boston has Jay Leno's chin. Buffalo has Ani DeFranco's Cheek to Wagga. Buffalo has its famous Fine Arts Museum, while Buffalo has Hooters and its famous Touch 'em and You Die Thursdays. Boston gets to watch the St. Patty's Day parade, while Buffalo gets to make disoriented honeymooners dig their own graves. Boston has the Ben Affleck and J-Lo romance, while Buffalo has Commander Tom and his Cecily Fripple hand puppet. Boston has 4,023 funeral homes, while Buffalo's weather makes people wish they were dead. Anyway, enough of this meticulously researched trivia. Let's get on with the competition. There are 10 grueling questions in all.
Question number 1. Vacation. Where do you like to go? If you haven't been there, where would you like to go?
England, greatest country in the world, and if it wasn't for Britain, I wouldn't own this stunning record. Fear not, I have put explicit instructions in my will so there won't be any fighting amongst the children.
Question number 2. Name a solo artist everyone seems to love but you can't stand.
I'll go with Drake. I've watched a bunch of his videos, listened to his songs. I just don't get it.
Question number 3. Name a band that everyone seems to love but you can't stand.
Iron Maiden with Bruce Dickinson on vocals. I know Paul Di'Anno was a drunkard and a waste of space, but I like those first 2 albums and I have had a really hard time listening to the Bruce years.
Question number 4. Show a jazz album.
The Oscar Peterson Trio plus 1, that one being trumpeter Clark Terry.
Question number 5. Show a country and western album.
I'm going to show a hometown boy for this one, Smiley Bates, and his In the Mood for Pickin' album.
Question number 6. Who is your favorite sports team or athlete of all time?
All time. I guess that would have to be the Maple Leafs. I often say I'm not a hockey fan. I don't watch hockey. I watch the Maple Leafs. When they're out of the playoffs, which is usually very early if they make it at all, then I'm done. So I have no idea who wins the Stanley Cup, and haven't for the last 57 years.
Question number 7. Share a concert memory.
The craziest and one of the best concert experiences was probably the Bob Dylan concert at the El Rey Theater in LA. It involves a very long line, Danny DeVito, and a legally blind woman. I will attach the story below. It is well worth a read.
Question number 8. Shout out to a new vinyl community channel.
I am going to say Records with Jay. He has one video out, but it's an entertaining one, and he's also a Canadian musician, so he's Jake, not to mention Jay, with me.
Question number 9. Show an album by a Canadian artist.
It seems I'm discovering new Canadian artists every day on my channel. I'm going to go with a very recent pickup, Like a Motorcycle and their debut album, High Hopes. These ladies rock. I thought this would be an in-your-face punk album, but they are way more melodic than that. There's a little something that reminds me of the Saints in their sound.
Question number 10. Happy Birthday. Show an album that was released the year you were born.
This one is a bit of a toughie. When I was born, Mozart was still performing live, but I did manage to find one 1957 album in the collection that is also Canadiana. Mrs. Munster herself, Yvonne DiCarlo. Anywho, Mike, best of luck getting to a trillion, and say hello to Irv Weinstein should you run into him.